Hey everyone, how are ya? Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. And, fingers have got cramped from writing so much. The joys, the joys. Wait till some people come on, we'll get started. I actually shaved. Not looking so rough and rugged now. It's looking semi-decent. Trouble is when you get busy doing something, I'll have to shave, and then you just get busy doing other things, and finally got it done. So I'm all fresh and clean. Didn't improve the face much, but you know. Welcome everyone. It's good to see people on. I know it's late, and I'm really well. It's late for me, and so I apologise to the Australians. So obviously you can't stay up, and I usually used to do them about midnight, and then I just get so busy that it goes later and later. I'll try going back to midnight, at least, sort of thing. I should do two a night, I guess, but luckily we do the recording, so the Australians catch up the next day, which is great. This is probably one of the best sources, I think, of Bitcoin Ascension is the lives I do every night to catch up on things, and just so you know, I'm still here. I haven't run off. I'm still going strong and all that. People are still fearful. We've been advertising a lot lately, and we get a few negative comments on there. Oh, you know, it's a Ponzi, it's a pyramid, blah blah blah. It just means we're getting seen more. That's all, which is good. And if that ever happens to you, there's my piece of advice for you. Always check your posts that you're posting. Check it for spam. The negative ones, don't argue with them. If they're so convinced in their own opinion of what it is without even checking it out, you'd have to spend, well, do it privately, but if you try and do it in the comments, it's just not going to work. A lot of people comment on there just to have an argument and things like that, and obviously to stop you succeeding, because they want you to believe what they believe, and so it doesn't do you much good. So you just delete the comments, block the person if they're being really annoying. But you can approach them privately as well, and you know, explain it to them. If they still don't want to believe, then you know, they're not the type of people you want in your life, especially if they're going to comment on your ad. I mean, if they're not interested, they should just ignore it, sort of thing. It's not for them. So putting something negative there is actually rather rude, as far as I'm concerned. I've seen some absolute scammers in my time post an ad, and I don't go on there and say, oh, you're a big scam artist or anything like that. It's not worth the time. You're not going to convince other people either, unless you've got facts, you know. So unless you've got the facts, you know, there's no point, you know. So, oh well, that's them, but that's okay. Just our advertising's all over the place right now. Could be better. Hey, just a lot of people who aren't posting, who can, because I see you posting all sorts of other things. So, you know, cats playing the piano, things like that. You know, it's not hard to post, guys. But the more we do it, the better we get. The reason we do the advertising, the ad of the day that Juliet and Mandy do, there's a very good marketing reason to do this, even if you're just commenting on other people's ads as well. But posting the ad as well is very important. When you watch a good movie on TV, you know, on one of the free-to-air channels, and you see that same bloody advert every ad break, you know, it could be anything. It could be about M&Ms. It could be just about anything. Because it takes 6 or 7 impressions for a person to usually take action on the product they're seeing, on what they're seeing. So the reason we advertise as much as we do is because it takes 6 or 7 times before someone will even take notice of it, usually. That's cold hard facts, that's scientific facts on how the human brain and the receptors work and things like that. They have to see it over and over again. It's very rare. I mean, you'll get the people who see it for the first time and go, yep, that looks good. But for the most part, with the human brain and everything like that, 6 or 7 times they got to see it. So, you know, the more of us who advertise, especially on their walls and things like that, the more it's just going to flood and saturate Facebook, so people see it 6 or 7 times in a day instead of 6 or 7 times in a week. Okay, that's why it's important for the more of us to place these ads. They're made for you. I mean, pretty easy. Cut and paste. Don't share them. Cut the words out, you know. Paste it on your wall. Copy the photo over. And bang. you know, and that's all it takes. So, and I say on your timeline because you'll actually reach more people than you will in the groups. So, and every time someone comments, it opens up to more and more of your friends. So there you go, bit of advertising 101. That's the reason we do it. 6 or 7 times people have got to see it before they usually take action, you know, unless you get the people who are looking out for that sort of thing, and then they'll grab it straight away. It's sort of that Demtel ad you see on TV. Oh, I need one of those. You'll probably never use it more than once or twice, but you'd still need one of those. So, yeah, so that's just the way it is. So there's that. The ads are good. Actually, I love the pictures that Mandy's done. They're very colourful, very bright. They stand out. Also very important in advertising. So, okay, what else was I going to talk about? Okay, Tom will probably do a post tomorrow, but I'll announce the winners of his $500 giveaway tonight. Now I've got to remember it. Yeah, I remember. Because I had to go through because he wanted the people in the Facebook group. So, are you ready? Give me some likes if you're ready to hear the winners. There's 3 winners for him. I'll do mine because I've got to see the whole leaderboard. He just gave me the top 10. So I've got to see the whole leaderboard so I can pick mine out, and I'll do a post on it tomorrow and announce it again on the live. But if you want me to announce the winners, there was $300, 100, 100. Give me some likes across the screen so I know you're even listening to me and you haven't gone off and watched TV sometimes. Just let me ramble on for half an hour. And I'll announce the winners. There we go. Oh, that's what I like to see. That's it. You get people there pushing away that button. Okay. The winner of $300 goes to our very own Rosemary Ashford. Second place, 3 a.m. guys. Second place goes to Kathy Sampson, and she's won competitions before. That girl is so active. Kathy Sampson, and the third one is Laura Thunman. I hope I got the name right. I'm terrible with names. Yeah, but it's Laura Thunman is the other prize winner. So Rosemary wins $300, Kathy wins $100, and Laura wins $100. And once I've seen the whole leaderboard, then I'll pick one that aren't those 3 that are in the group, and you'll win $100 too for just participating. So it's not bad, eh? So it's not bad at all. So they're the 3 winners. If anyone knows them, just tag them in the comments so they know to watch this live. So Rosemary Ashford, Kathy Sampson, and Laura Thurman. You're the 3 winners. So well done, guys, for participating and getting stuck in. You did rather well, actually, on the leaderboard. There are a few above you, but they're not in the group. So there's no way they even know, you know, who's going to win or anything like that. So we'd rather give it to people actually in Bitcoin Ascension doing stuff. These people aren't actually... these people are in it for the giveaway. They're not actually in Bitcoin Ascension, so these other people. So I'm only going to give it to members. So so there we go. So that was the winners for that, and I'll announce my winner tomorrow once Tom actually gets around to giving me the whole list. That way everyone's got a fair chance of winning, except those 3 people who did win, because you've already won. So well done, guys. Congratulations. Thank you for taking on something like that. I don't know whether you guys are experienced in that sort of marketing area, so if anything, I hope you learned something to see if it's worth doing and everything like that. So well done. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, I was talking to the programmers. There's something you want to hear about. You notice some of the level people who weren't on level 2 are now on level 2 where they're supposed to be. He's been doing a lot of testing because he's had to write a program to go in the program. I think I explained this yesterday. You got to make sure it all works, otherwise you just make more of a mess, and we don't want to make more of a mess. We want to fix it. So he's had to run some tests, because I think the first time I did it, it didn't work at all. And just code bouncing off code, so to speak. So it's a bit hard to make it work like that. So he's been running tests, so he's hopefully got it all down pat. So he'll be able to get the rest done very, very soon. I'll wait for another update from him, but he seemed pretty happy that he's got it all right now. So thank you for that's a lot of hours that Asif has put into this to get it right. And as I said last night, it was partially my fault in the sense that I changed the way the matrix works because I got rid of the referrals and I made it all automated. and I made it just like fair for people. So naughty me, wanting to make everything fair. So so hopefully in the next day or so we should have that all running right. If we have any problems, once we get rid of this chunk of people, if it happens again, sort of thing, we'll be able to take care of it. But we'll be keeping a close eye on everything, so so it doesn't keep happening. I remember a few other matrices I was in, and they had all sorts of problems all the way through, and they still became very, very big, and everything. They managed to fix their problems for the most part, I believe, and they went on to, as I said, 30,000 people a day were joining. So if they can do it, we can definitely do it, because we've got the right people in. So so that's exciting stuff. So I hope everyone's breathing a sigh of relief there. Thank God. I know I am. You know, when it's out of your control, especially when you own the program, when it's out of your control and you can't actually do it yourself, because I'd spend 24 hours a day doing it, but that's because that's what I do full time, is this. The programmers that I have, they're only, well, not part-timers, they do programming all the time, but not just for me. So so thank you to them for working that all out. Once I worked out what the actual problem was, they were pretty good at grabbing it pretty quickly, so, and fixing that up. The other thing I did, I posted, make sure can you comment that you've seen it or something like that, or some sort of comment in there. I posted a PDF that I made. Chuck had made one on Google Docs, and I know a lot of guys don't use Google Docs. I need this for everyone to work. That's why I had to make it a PDF. But I've taken some of what he's put a heap of links in. So I've set it out a bit differently. I've used the same links, which are our links anyway, but I didn't have them on hand. I never do. I keep asking, I feel sorry for the admin, because I keep asking them for the links, and they get lost in the chat. I'll lose them again because I don't save them anywhere. I'm shocking. But he had them all there on a page for me, so I did a bit of cut and pasting, but I rearranged it a bit differently with headings. Now, that's just for someone who's basically already made an account and they've come in. So it's got the website, the official website, so they can hand that out to people. It's got the login website link as well, so they can go straight to their login if they want. That way they'll never lose it. It talks about the Facebook group and the juicing group. Lists the fan pages that we have, and also the other social media sites, and a couple of helpful videos, which was Chuck's how the matrix works and my strategy. They're good for people who will come in and, what do I do? This teaches them the strategy and how the matrix works and things like that. I'll be making another PDF of what do I show people? How do I present this to people and things like that. Plus, we want to get the videos, the one Chuck did, retranscribed and done professionally as well. Nothing wrong with what Chuck said or anything like that, but I figured we're going down the road of the professional voiceovers and the bit of animated graphics and things like that. So we'll keep it going that way, and that way I can get it done in like French as well, and Greek and Spanish and anything else that we need at the time. So Portuguese, things like that. So actually I have to hear from Jose at some stage, see how he's going with in the Portuguese area. To because he's released his own video of in Portuguese, and he ran it by me first and everything, and it was good. So so that's good. So that PDF is actually good. Please comment on the post once you've had a look at it. Tell me your thoughts, anything that needs improving. Remember, it's just now that I'm in Bitcoin Ascension. What do I do? So it's pretty brief. I don't want to make it too long, so it's like a Lord of the Rings novel. I just needed, I want you to join here, I want you to join here, I want you to go to Instagram, follow, comment, Twitter, YouTube, go to the videos, comment on them, because, and that way, as people are coming in, they're joining the juicing group straight away, which I think is imperative, that people do that. And if you haven't yet, please see one of the admin, and they'll give you the juicing group link. I think it's important, the more of us doing it, the faster we grow. Simple as that. And as I said, take you 10 to 15 minutes a day to post an ad and comment on a few others while they're commenting on yours. What I like to do is when I take the post, when I've cut and pasted the post, onto my wall. I like to go back into the Facebook group I'm in, either the Juicing group or the main group, and type done, and that's all you really need to do. And that way people can click on my name, go over to my ad and just comment on it. And I think on one of mine I've got over 50 comments now, so I think with our group we're strong enough where we should have a couple of hundred comments, especially on the owners wall. Come on, suck up a bit, give me a couple of hundred comments, because especially the people who've got like a wide circle of friends. I think it's important. I was taking Craig Smith posted one, and he was like, getting a lot of info messages and stuff like that. Most of my closer circle of friends in Facebook sort of thing were already in. I already got you all in anyway, you poor buggers. But so I need more comments on mine to reach more than what Facebook usually allows. So the more comments I have on my post, the bigger percentage it goes out to. So the people who don't usually see my posts are going to start seeing them. And I've got like, over 5,000 people, either friends or following me. So, yeah, we want them all in, every single one of them, because as I said, anyone can do this. So let's get stuck into that advertising. I look on my Facebook wall, and all I'm seeing is our posts everywhere. So let's flood out our competitors. Let's flood them all out with Bitcoin Ascension, and that's what everyone's going to see, and that'll draw a lot of people in. So very exciting stuff, and especially with these glitches being fixed, thank God. Now, and I'm just going to do the recoup of some of the money, because there's not enough in there to keep paying the higher ones, like me for a start, but I don't mind missing out on mine if it means other people are paid, but that can't be said for the rest of you who are in it. You're not in it just for fun. So I'm in it for money as well. But I usually use that first account for advertising and giveaways and things like that. So I know 0.5, I think it's 0.54 of a Bitcoin, 0.54 of a Bitcoin. That would come very handy in doing some promotions and giving away more money. That's what I like doing with that first one. So. And I think that makes it fair. That way, people say, "Oh, how come you're first?" Well, one, I made the program, but for two, the money I use for giveaways and promotions. I mean, okay, when I clear level 6, I might pocket that. That's 38 Bitcoin. I'm not going to sneeze at that, am I? I don't think anyone would. I'm not going to give all that away. Bugger that. But if I'm doing that, you guys, and with the strategy we got, everyone's good, but you're going to be making a ton of money. It really is. It's really exciting stuff. So. I wake up every day, as I've said before, I wake up every day, raring to go, and that's if I've slept. Sometimes I only sleep a few hours. I get up and I've got to do something. And if you've seen Trevon lately, he hardly sleeps either. He's a crazy bugger, like me. He doesn't sleep much at all. So he's wanting to bring in at least 1,000 a month in just from the USA into Bitcoin Ascension. Pretty sure the rest of the countries can match that at least. UK's pretty strong. Australia's pretty strong, actually, which I was really happy about, because Australians can be a bit slow to come into things, and they've been really supportive and really go forward with this. And even if they don't advertise because they don't know how, or they're a bit shy to and stuff like that, they just buy more and more accounts. And that's as good as recruiting as well. But I'd rather get a lot of new people in, because, you get 1,000 people in, made 10 accounts, you got 10,000 accounts. But if you get 10,000 people coming in making 10 accounts, you got 100,000 accounts. So it's still always important to bring people in. We don't want to just be paying out ourselves just a cycle. We want new people coming in all the time, and we want to help more people as well. It's not just about making the money, it's about showing people there are some fair programs out there with half decent owners who aren't going to run off with all your money. And I'm seeing a few copycats out there now. With the automation and things like that, they're catching on to what we're doing, which means we're doing it right. I still trust Bitcoin Ascension over anything, for one simple reason, is I trust me. So if you trust me, stick with me. I know there's a lot of shiny things out there, but as I said, overall, we're going to change your lifestyle, not just give you a few dollars in your pocket. We're going to change your actual lifestyle to the way you want it to be, not the way everyone tells you have to be. So, all those dreams, and you think they're naughty dreams of, I could live in a better part of town, or I could travel more, or my kids can now go to college, where before I was going to have to work 2 jobs, and overtime just for them to have a chance to go to college. It's, you know, that's the lifestyle we're changing. It's not, oh, I can get my car fixed now, which, you know, you still can. But, you know, it's, my whole lifestyle is changing. And when people start getting up there into the level 5s and level 6s and things like that, or a lot of level 3s and 4 payouts, we're going to be starting education on how to make that money work for you so you still have the money to spend and you don't just blow it all. Because, to be honest, if someone gave me like, well, not me, but years ago, if someone gave me like $20 million, for example, or $10 million, or even $1 million, I wouldn't know what the hell to do with it. I probably would have blown it, to be honest. Not blown it, I would have bought like a house and a car and things like that, and then realised next year I don't have the money, you know, because you got that one thing of 1 million to pay, keep paying the insurances and the taxes and all that things all the things you got to pay. That's what I'm trying to change. Is when you do buy that great house and you do buy that great car, or your kids are going away to college and you can afford for them to go away to college and pay their fees and living expenses until they're on their feet. You need the money continuously coming in, not just one big lump. You want lots of big lumps coming in, you know. So that's what we want to actually help and educate with. I'll be talking to accountants in different countries down the track regarding trust funds and things like that you may want to set up. I can't give advice on that because I'm not an accountant, a certified practicing accountant at all. So I'll need to find the ones who are. And specifically who would deal with trusts and things like that. So your money's protected. We don't mind paying taxes. I've never had a problem paying taxes. But same token, we want to make sure we make the most out of our money and that our family's protected and set up for life. You know, even once we passed off and on into the next world or whatever you believe in, you just want to know your kids are all right and their kids are going to be fine. And I think it just makes life easier, less stress on you, on the old heart, so you live longer anyway. They'll never get rid of you, eh? You know, saying, Ivan, you're 160 years old, aren't you going to kick off? No. No way. I'm going to stick around just to be a mongrel and just spend all your inheritance. Wouldn't you love to be able to say to the kids, you know, have something to spend anyway? But, so yeah, a lot of people excited. I get a lot of messages every day. People very, very excited about the program, new people and people who've been with us for a while and they still can't believe just how good this system is, and which makes me pretty happy. I'm happy I've made a system that actually, you know, people like, and the one link is the one thing I thought was the one link might deter a few people from coming in because people are generally like to make their own commissions and then, you know, they've made all the money and things like that, and it usually dies out. The way I've done it, and I thought I'd get a bit of backlash from it, and no, I don't. So many people love the one link because everyone gets covered. You can see some matrices, they grow very, very quickly in terms of people coming in. That's because they have their referrals, the referral links, and so you get these guys they bring in 200 people, and they make like, you know, $1,000 or whatever, really, really quickly, like within a few days. And thing is, what they don't realise, okay, they make that instant gratification of money, but then it dies out because they've run out of people, and the people they've brought in aren't bringing in any people. There's no real structure to the business where the owner is working with the people and helping them with advertising and new ideas and everything to help them become stronger and more confident so that, you know, they can change their lives. I mean, you just got to ask yourself, how important is this to my life? You know, it doesn't matter about all the negative things you have going on in your life. Everyone has those things. And all the people have told you can't or you don't really understand yet or anything like that. I'm willing to work with people one-on-one for them to totally understand. That's how much I believe in you people. But you've got to ask yourself, you know, I want to change my life, you know, for good, not just for 6 months or 3 months or something. I want to change it forever for the better, not just for me, but for my kids or people I love. If you don't have kids, you know, you're probably having a life anyway. But, you know, for your family, I mean, myself, I'd love to buy a big block of land over here and build a house on there for my brother. He works very, very hard. He'll never have the money to be able to do that. And he's got lots of kids, you know, Randy Bugger. But he's got lots of kids and they're good kids and things like that. And I'd just love to buy him a block of land where he could have a nice house. It's always been his dream. But he's so busy working, he doesn't do much else. And he still won't be able to do it because he only just makes enough to exist from week to week, not to live. So he's a happy bloke and everything like that. He doesn't know to get it down. He loves his children. But God, it'd be nice to do something like that for someone. Especially my brother. He's my younger. He's my baby brother. And he's bigger than I am, but he's my baby brother, and he's a good bloke. He's always been supportive of me. And as soon as I started Bitcoin Ascension, his tone changed from a bit sceptical to, I'm really proud of you. And for my brother to say that to me was a big thing. He's not nasty to me or anything, but it's not usually a word he uses. So, and I'm sure we've all got someone in our lives like that we'd love to really help out. So you're not just doing this for you, you're doing this for a lot of people that you care about. So get stuck in, guys. I can't say it enough. Get stuck in. I'm not going to be one of these programs saying you don't advertise. I'm going to take your accounts away from you, and things like that. I won't do that to you ever. That'll never ever happen here. All we're going to have happen here is choice, freedom, education, and believing in yourself, like I believe in you already, and I want you to believe in yourselves the same way, right? That's why I say I love you, because I really, really do. You guys are changing my life, and I'm helping to change yours, and we're all doing it for each other, and that's better than any program's got to offer as far as I'm concerned. We've got it all right here, so get stuck in, and I'll make you proud of me, and I'm already proud of you guys. So there you go. That's sentimental Ivan. But really believe in this and believe in what you're doing. And when you talk to someone, be proud of it. And if they're negative about it, it's their problem, not yours. Okay? You're doing something right. And if you can't convince them, don't waste hours on them. Just move along. Some people just will never take that hand to help them, out of the deep hole. They really won't. It's just the way people are. It can be pride and, and stubbornness, and they dug themselves into that hole usually because they don't listen to anyone else. So you can only do so much. But yeah, let's help the people we can, and hopefully the people that we can't will listen in time and realise that, hey, this is a good thing, and we don't say I told you so. We say welcome. Let's work together. Okay, so that's it from me. Keep going strong, guys, and I'll be back probably earlier than what I am this time, and with some more updates, and hopefully I'll hear back from the program and they'll say everything's going great. So and that'll be fantastic, right? So I'm really, really excited, and I can't wait to do some more PDFs for you. Make sure you see that PDF in the Facebook group, please. It's really important. I know that you've seen it, because this is something you'll want to give to people you're introducing in. Craig Smith, especially you've brought in a lot of people, or you're bringing in people. Make sure they see this PDF. So tag your people in the comments so they see it, please. It's a very important PDF. It's in the file section, but no one ever goes there. So I really want you to tag them in so they can download it, and then that way they've got it on their file, so they can go in there, bang, and then they can give it to the next person. They won't have to say find it in the Facebook group. You can just send them the PDF. You can do it in a chat. Usually you can add a file, put the PDF in, bang, and that way it can't be changed either because it's a PDF file. So yeah, okay, that's it from me. I'll get going. Bye. See you later.